Yoga and relationships, relationships and yoga. So I tend to second guess myself a lot. I look back on decisions that I've made, relationships that have begun or ended, choices that I've made, and I start to think like, why didn't I know any better? Or why didn't I have better tools at the time? Why didn't I see the big picture then like I can see it now? And sometimes I think that I, like probably a lot of us, can be hard on myself and really wonder why I couldn't have just been smarter, better, more enlightened sooner. So I want to share a story with you. So imagine this, in the beginning of time, before you, before me, before the stars, there was just this singularity of energy, matter, consciousness. And in physics, we call that the singularity before the Big Bang. And in yoga, we call that Shiva Shakti. It's like the primordial principle of wholeness. And then, I think of this in terms of physics, the Big Bang happened, and this singularity, we don't know why or how, but started to go wah, and spread out, and became, from one thing, many things. It moved from pure potential to manifestation. And as it spread out, and as it cooled, and as it moved from this kind of like high form into these lower energies, we started to see the diversity. We started to see what was potential in that one thing become a myriad of things around us. First stars, heavy elements, and then planets, and then plants, and people, and consciousness. And so that we are literally, as humans, the fabric of consciousness reflecting upon itself. We are from this one singularity, but we are dense, we are limited, we are confined by time, we are confined by space, we are confined by our bodies, by the limitations of our senses. We are confined because we can only know and relate to things that we've experienced before. We have become limited in our capacity. So from this singularity, which was pure potential, pure energy, pure time, pure space, we have become this more condensed form. And yet, because we are this denser form of this consciousness, we are able to be diverse. So like there's me, and then there's my cat, and then there's you, and there's all these people in our lives, and all of us are limited. We only have this tiny little fragment of the big picture, and yet that's beautiful and sweet and completely itself. And in fact, we wouldn't be able to experience the beauty of humanity and the beauty of the universe with all its diversity if we didn't have these limitations and these constraints. So what does this have to do with breaking up? We can only know so much. The poignancy and the pain and the vulnerability of the human experience is that we are not omnipotent. We are not omniscient. We are limited, and we can only see our small, tiny piece of the puzzle. And that is what makes us beautiful. And that is what makes us unique. And that is the heartbreak and the glory of being human. So what this means is that when we start to beat ourselves up for not knowing better, for not seeing the big picture, for not knowing then what we know now, we can pause for a moment and remember that we're not supposed to know everything. And in fact, our soul's journey here is to have our little piece of the puzzle and to express our little piece as best we can. Have compassion for yourself, your beautiful, beautiful humanity, perfectly imperfect. That's the thought for now. See you on the mat.